Destination Curl 30 here. And thank you guys so much for sending me these questions. This is another mini Q&A. Let's get started with this Q&A, shall we? My first set of questions comes from, okay, you want to be called Ronzo? I will call you Ronzo. Why is Damien Sandow getting buried and who did he piss off? I don't think he pissed anybody off. It's just there's only so far that the hoity-toity I'm better than you gimmick can go. He's just gonna have to reinvent himself. Why is Paige screaming in the middle of a match? Um, well, yeah, she's skinny, but either or, the scream can be intimidating. And plus, for crying out loud, she is wrestling against WWE divas in Raw. Like, I mean, at Raw. So yeah, scream as loud as you want. Good for you. Um, my next set of questions comes from Real Harold. Um, what does Teenage Girl 30 think of Jesse and Festus? I love Jesse and Festus. I thought they were a really fun tag team. They had a really great gimmick with the fact that, you ring the bell and Festus goes crazy. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I thought it was fun. Until, well, I don't know, until they kind of changed the whole thing around. But Jesse, I really wish I would see him perform more. But he really wasn't all that great in the ring. But he wasn't bad either. What does Nature Girl 30 think about aggressive, arrogant black men? Ignorant black men. Or black people. Not black men, but just black people. I don't like aggressive, ignorant black people. I keep them at arm's length. But your next set of questions, Real Harold, is going to be answered on the next Q&A. My next set of questions comes from Gideon Woods. Name your 5 favorite WWE finishing moves. Man, I had to think hard on this. The Tombstone Power Driver, the Label Lock, the Shooting Star Press, the Swanton Bomb. Oh, and what's the next one? The Cobra Clutch. Yeah, the Cobra Clutch, because I like Sergeant Slaughter. But okay, your next one is my 5 least. Okay, the Akito Lafayette, the elbow of the stained. If I pronounced it wrong, sorry, but still, the name alone literally just sucks the energy out of the move, in my opinion. The pedigree. How effective is a pedigree really when all you have to do is just roll over, kick up, and you can just toss the guy over. Like seriously, it doesn't look that effective. The Famouser. I like Billy Gunn as much as the next person, but it's like the person's literally bending over waiting for the pain to happen. Like seriously. And so yeah, the Famouser. The next one is Reality Check. Not that it's a horrible move, it's just the name alone is just bleh. And number 5, the Mandible Claw. Like seriously, having that disgusting filthy sock in your mouth, that's just flat out gross. Sorry, it really, really is. Great questions, man. What do you think of Kenny King? He was a really great heel when he was the X Division champ. I don't know what they're gonna do with him now, but that, like I said before with Damien Sandow, there's only so far that Eric and heel can go. You're gonna have to reinvent yourself. If you had to choose between Paige or AJ Lee, who do you think is a better in-ring performer? Paige, by far, Paige. Do you think people asking you about black people is annoying? The reason why I ask is because I am a black man. I'm a black man. I find annoying that people like to ask general racist questions over the internet instead of stopping and asking a black person face to face. What do you think? Yes, it is highly annoying, and it gets on my last ever loving nerve. But yeah, that pretty much answers your question there. Thank you for sending me questions, Mr. Woods, and continue to send me more. My next set of questions comes from Final Limits. And Final Limits, all of your questions are pretty much everything about Cena that you hate. So I'm just going to generalize this in one big giant answer. No, it will not be cool if people boo John Cena when he's in the Hall of Fame. Or do the na 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 hey 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 goodbye. It wouldn't be cool. It wouldn't be cool at all for him, because if you're in the Hall of Fame, you've earned it. Like, he's been there for nearly 12 years. He's performed. There are people out there that still like him. But either or, if you like him or don't like him, I still believe that if you actually go in the Hall of Fame, you should get some respect, because you worked hard for it. And besides, they're retiring. You're not going to see their face again. So at least give them the respect to say goodbye and then let them go their merry way. why is your last Q&A title Stop the Hate? Because every single last freaking question that I had on that Q&A was about a racist question about how much you hated black people, how much black people annoyed you, da 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 about black people. Da, 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 da. Why is your hair like this? Da, 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 da. Like seriously, that's what it was, and it drove me almost out of my gourd. Like seriously, I hated that Q&A because all it was about it was about racism, straight up. Come on, it was wrong. But you guys have not asked me a racist question yet, and I thank you for it. And besides, if you do, I ain't answering it. Sorry. But thanks for sending me a set of questions, man. But anyway, okay, and I'll answer this whole John Cena question here. Why do people say that John Cena is a good guy and when he obviously holds talent back and ruins careers? I don't think he ruins careers. It's how he's booked. He's booked like a Superman every freaking night. When you're booked like a Superman, yes, it has a tendency to bury people, but that is how he's booked. I don't think he has any control over him being booked in that way, but he is booked that way. And I don't hate on him for that. I hate on how he's booked. That's what I don't like about John Cena. The fact that John Cena's booked like a Superman every night. I'm not hating on him as a person, even though Total Divas don't really make him look that good, in my opinion. It makes him look like a total jerk. That's just me. But anyway, next set of questions comes from Shaharo Hiro. I can't pronounce that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cream Crazy can. But anyway, who do you like receiving questions from the most? I like receiving questions from all of you guys. You guys are awesome. The fact I'm in the 60s when it comes to doing these is phenomenal. And I love every question I'm sent except if they're racist. Then that's when I just kind of go and just bypass it. But honestly, guys, keep sending me questions. It's amazing. Thank you so much. But I will say that my biggest supporter has been Final Limits. Dude, you are awesome. You rock. Thank you for sending me your questions. Continue on, man. And continue everybody else on to send me questions as well. How many days have you went without sleeping and how would you feel? And how did it feel? I felt like a zombie. And I did that in college and I'll never do that again. I actually had to help set up a concert for widespread panic on campus. And it went all night. And oh my gosh, I felt like a zombie next day. Thank God I didn't have school. Oh my gosh. I slept the entire day. I didn't get up. I was knocked out. I didn't even know my roommate was in the room. I just passed right out. Why did you decide to stop answering racist questions? Because I don't like racism. I don't. That's why I stopped. Have you ever made anybody mad on the internet? And if so, for what? I probably did. And if I did, I don't know. And shoot, they would have came out and said something by now, but I don't think I'm that big to matter. More than likely, the people that it gets views are probably Off the Rope Show or somebody else like that actually is pretty popular. Not saying that my videos aren't that popular, that I don't want them to be. I'm just saying, if I have made anybody mad, then I'm sorry. But I mean, I really don't know if I had. Why does Mr. Griffin always yell in his videos? He's exciting. I mean, he's a very passionate guy. That's the one thing I absolutely do know about Mr. Griffin. The guy is really very passionate about certain topics. Which Q&A do you have the most fun doing? It's not really so much my Q&As. It's the WrestleMania reviews and the previews. The previews that I always have a chance to do with my friends is the one thing that kind of makes me happy. I'm trying to get my homegirl, Tama Girl, to do more videos. I know Big D has a very hectic schedule, so he doesn't really have time to do videos. But either or, having them together for a WrestleMania tradition by every year, to come together to have a review when I go home is something that's always warming for me because I love to have my friends involved. That's just me. We've been friends for years, like almost a decade. And it's nice that we're all wrestling fans and we can come together and just have, fellowship and camaraderie about being a wrestling fan. And it's just awesome to see that event, WrestleMania, with your friends. And that's the only, that's pretty much the video that I enjoy the most. But great set of questions, man. The next set of questions comes from Lino Gino. Um, how do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? On your back, on your side, on your face, and how many pillows do you use and blankets? I use 5 pillows, 2 blankets on top with a small sheet on the bottom, and I have a feather comforter. So that's pretty much how I sleep. I like sleeping comfortably on a very soft mattress. Um, Goodfellas. Ever watched that movie? Not in a while, but I have seen it. How okay? How have you ever watched any gangster movies like Boys in the Hood and Men's Society? Many years ago, I can barely remember how it went. Thoughts on Emma Stone? She's pretty cool, especially in Easy A. Thoughts on Lily Collins? I can't. I don't really know who that is. Thoughts on Billy Joel? Piano Man's pretty cool. Thoughts on the Beatles? I love the Beatles. I love everything about the Beatles. Good grief. Hard Day's Night is gonna be like it's one of my favorite songs. Seriously, it really is. And I love Paul McCartney. I really do. um, Thoughts on Nirvana? Nirvana was very innovative and creative for their time. It's just a shame what happened to Kurt Cobain. Great guy. Well, great singer. Thoughts on Jennifer Lawrence? I really think she's pretty cool. I like her. I have no beef with that, and I like her when she was in the Hunger Games. Um, this next set of questions comes from Nintendo Fanboy 1988. Do you think Bray Wyatt is one of the best mic talkers in WWE now? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I have never been a huge fan of Psychotic Heels as I do with Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt brings out the creepy. You haven't seen anybody like that in a very long time that brings out the freaking creepy. Um, do you think Bray Wyatt should win this next match with Cena or end the feud, or Cena will overcome the odds like he always does and bury Bray in the end? Right now they're going along with it, but now they have like the creepy demonic kid, which is kind of off putting for me. But either or, they're gonna bring this. I think they're gonna keep this going. They should keep it going on up to WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, but SummerSlam. But that'll be a long way out. But honestly, I'm really hoping that they don't at all end it real quick the way they are. Hope they continue it for a while. Do you think that if the feud ends with Wyatt and Super Cena, that it will blow off with in a typical WWE? Cena defeats the evil moment after, and then after that, the kids will no longer be brainwashed by Bray and celebrate in the ring with Cena. Dude, you're telling the future. That just might happen. That's absolutely a great way for WWE to go out. Just told the future, man. Great question. Next set of questions come from King Romeo. Um, what did you think when Kane set JR on fire on Raw in 2003? That was insane. Absolutely insane and unsettling for me because I like JR. He's been through enough. Which video game characters do you hate the most? And think that they're a waste of time being said in games. Mocap. What the heck are you gonna put? What are you gonna do with a motion capture guy in a Mortal Kombat game? And Shujinko. I can't stand Shujinko. Why is Shujinko on my screen? Seriously. Gosh. Please, he is no Liu Kang. But moving on from that, ever played the Driver games? No, I haven't. What games are you playing at the moment? I haven't really played my Xbox 360 in a while, but the last game I played was WWE 13, and unfortunately, there is a glitch between one of the most legendary matches that I've ever seen. I think it was at Survivor. No, it was at King of the Ring, and it was the first Hell in a Cell, second Hell in a Cell, and it was between Mankind and Undertaker, and it's a freaking glitch. I can't beat it. Like, you have to beat the game. Like, if you lose, you can't go back and play it. It will fade to black and it won't come back. Ah! Seriously, gets on my nerves. What are your thoughts on Wii and Wii U? I don't like Wii. I'm not a Wii person or Wii U because it's just too many accessories. Just give me my controller and I'm fine. Not this long itty bitty scrawny thing that my big huge thumbs can't fit on. No, thank you. That's just me. When is your birthday and how old will you be turning? Okay, my birthday just passed. My birthday is March 30th and I'm 34. Next year I'll be 35. Yay, 30s. Are you a school teacher? Okay, are you a school teacher? Don't lie. No, I'm not a school teacher. I'm not at all. But I'm glad you think so. And my last set of questions comes from Cornello Raniello. Do you think Sandow and Ziggler's careers are over in the WWE, and they need to ask for their, I guess they need to ask for their how stupid is? Okay, I guess you combine two. Okay, is that possible? How stupid as soon as possible? Um, okay, let me answer this. Sandow and Ziggler's careers, are they over? No. I don't think Ziggler's career is over because Ziggler has a lot of charisma. There's a lot of people that like him, that can do something with him. If Sandow doesn't change his gimmick and change his overall persona, then yeah, he's done. He has to do something to reinvent himself. There's only so far that gimmick can go. Do you think Santino is PG garbage? and and not funny with that terrible finisher Cobra. I like the Cobra. Cobra. I think it's pretty funny, in my humble opinion. And I honestly think that they should, like, I mean, there's a way that you can do a lot with Santino. You can make him serious. He was one of the best heels that I have seen when he was with Beth Phoenix. Seriously, that guy was awesome. He was on fire when he was a heel. They need to make him a heel. Straight up. What do you think of Hornswoggle as a heel? I don't care. I didn't even care about the WLC match. And I missed that. And it also reminds me, I'm going to try to do my review of Extreme Rules probably sometime this weekend. I missed a few matches, and plus my feed went out, so there wasn't a chance for me to actually finish it. But if I do one, and I'm gonna put it in my wrestling. I think I'm gonna call it the Wrestling Rewind. I'll put in my Wrestling Rewind playlist on YouTube for those that want to see it. But guys, those are all of my questions. Thank you guys so much for sending me questions. I am way over the limit. But guys, thanks so much for sending me more questions. Continue sending me more questions on my YouTube inbox or on Twitter at RKA30 #NatureGirlQ&A. It's NatureGirl30 signing off. Peace out, guys. Later.